Attraction isn't just about looks or confidence. It's about understanding the secret desires she won't say out loud, places she fantasizes about, emotions she craves, and the kind of man who can make her feel that way. Here's the truth. If you don't understand these places, you're missing out on a deeper level of attraction. Once you know where she wants to be, emotionally, mentally, and even physically, you can be the man who takes her there. And once she feels that connection with you, she won't forget it. So stick around as we break down the 10 places older women secretly crave. Once you understand these, you'll see women react to you in a way you never have before. Scene 1. The space where she feels chosen. Every woman, at some point, secretly craves that moment when she feels chosen. Not just noticed, not simply acknowledged, but truly chosen, as the one who stands out above the rest. It's a feeling that goes beyond the surface. In her younger years, it came easily. Compliments, attention, admiration, they flowed effortlessly. But as she gets older, something changes. The compliments start to fade, the competition grows fiercer, and slowly, she begins to feel like she's blending into the background. She may still get attention, but it's different now, more fleeting, less impactful. What she longs for isn't just to be seen. It's to feel exclusively chosen. Not because she's the easiest option, but because she's the best. She wants a man who sees something in her that others don't, a unique quality, a depth that sets her apart from everyone else. She craves a connection that makes her feel like she's irreplaceable. When you create that feeling for her, when you make her feel like she stands out in a world that's starting to forget her uniqueness, that's when she becomes deeply, genuinely attached. That's when she feels cherished, not just admired, and that's when she begins to invest in something real. Scene 2, the space where she feels young again. As women grow older, time becomes more than just a measurement. It becomes a constant reminder. Society is relentless in its reminder of how much time is left to be youthful, desirable, and attractive. Youth is something often celebrated, and when it starts to fade, so does a woman's sense of being valued in certain ways. But just because her youthful looks are no longer what defines her, it doesn't mean she's lost the desire for passion, excitement, or the feeling of being desired, the longing for romance, for playfulness, for that spark never truly disappears. It just becomes more subdued. She's learned to hide it, to keep it behind the walls of responsibility and maturity, but deep down, it's still there. What she truly craves is a space where she can feel young again. Not just physically, but emotionally and romantically. She wants to reconnect with the playful side of herself, the adventurous side, the one that reveled in new experiences, in the thrill of being pursued. A man who can bring that out in her, who reminds her what it's like to feel excited and alive, will capture her attention. She'll let herself be swept away, if only for a moment, back into that feeling of youth, joy, and possibility. Scene 3, the realm of undeniable attraction. Attraction isn't something that simply fades away with age. It evolves. Older women may master the art of restraint, of self-control, but deep down, the desire to feel wanted, to feel a pull, still burns strong. The only difference is that attraction becomes more subtle, more nuanced. Women crave the space where attraction is undeniable. A realm where desire isn't just a passing feeling, but a powerful force. Something so intense, so overwhelming, that it's impossible to ignore. Think back to those moments when you felt a connection with someone so magnetic, so deep, that you couldn't shake it. That is the kind of attraction older women long for. They yearn for a pull that bypasses logic and self-restraint, something that feels undeniable, something that feels real. The kind of man who can create this feeling doesn't need to chase after her. He doesn't have to try too hard. The attraction will be magnetic. She'll be drawn to him in ways that feel completely natural, but intensely powerful. She'll find herself thinking about him when she doesn't want to, when she knows she shouldn't. She'll feel the pull, and she won't be able to resist it. That's the kind of attraction that makes her feel alive, that keeps her engaged, and that holds her attention in ways no simple compliment can. Place 4. The space where she can be vulnerable. Let's start with one of the most important and often overlooked aspects. The space where she can truly be vulnerable. As women get older, they often build walls to protect themselves. Life has taught them to be resilient and self-sufficient. But deep down, they still crave a space where they can let their guard down and be themselves without judgment. What does that space look like? It's a place where she feels safe enough to shed the mask of strength she's worn for so long. A place where she doesn't have to constantly be the one in control or have all the answer. Older women want a partner who sees them as more than just a strong, composed figure. They want someone who can understand that they have a softer side, one that may be hidden beneath the surface. They want to be seen for who they truly are, flaws and all, without having to pretend. If you can provide that safe space where she doesn't feel like she has to be perfect, that's when the magic happens. That's when she'll open up and connect with you on a deeper, more intimate level. So if you're wondering how to build that connection, it's all about creating a space of trust and understanding. Place 5, the zone of pure playfulness. Now let's talk about something that might surprise some of you. Playfulness. Many men assume that older women are serious all the time and only want serious, deep conversations. But the truth is, older women crave a reminder of who they were before they had to take life so seriously. They want to feel carefree, spontaneous, and yes, even playful again. Why? Because life can get overwhelming. And sometimes, the weight of responsibilities can make even the most vibrant people forget how to just have fun. So what's the secret? It's about helping her reconnect with that playful, spontaneous side that's been dormant for so long. When you bring that out in her, you show her that life doesn't always have to be so predictable and serious. And trust me, when you do that, she will be drawn to you in ways that go beyond physical attraction. Playfulness isn't just about joking around. It's about helping her let go of the need for perfection and control, even if it's just for a moment. If you can do that, you'll have her attention, and she'll keep coming back for more. Place 6, the energy of unspoken understanding. Finally, let's explore something that may sound a little more subtle, but is just as powerful. The energy of unspoken understanding. At a certain stage in life, older women don't need every feeling or thought to be verbalized. What they crave is that deep, intuitive understanding, a bond that goes beyond words. It's about knowing what each other needs without having to say it out loud. This is where things shift from being just a physical attraction to an emotional connection. A man who can sense her mood, understand her silence, and just get her without needing to explain everything creates a magnetic bond that's hard to break. It's a connection that's built on respect and emotional intimacy. When she doesn't have to spell everything out, and you intuitively understand her needs, you create a deeper connection than anything physical can provide. This doesn't mean you have to be a mind reader, but it does mean paying attention to the subtle cues and understanding that not everything needs to be said for it to be felt. And when you master this, you create a bond that transcends words and creates an unbreakable link between you two. Place 7. The adventure of discovery. Let's kick things off with one that might surprise you. The adventure of discovery. Now, many people think that as women get older, the thirst for adventure fades. But the truth is, women never stop craving new experiences. It's not necessarily about extreme travel or skydiving. It's about those small, spontaneous moments that bring excitement to everyday life. Think about it. When was the last time you showed her something new? Maybe it's a new place to visit, a new hobby to explore, or even a new perspective on life. It's not the big adventures that matter the most. It's the small, everyday discoveries that keep things fresh and exciting. The man who can spark that sense of discovery will be unforgettable. He'll be the one who reminds her that there's always something new to experience, something new to learn, and something new to feel. That thrill of discovery is what keeps the spark alive and the connection vibrant. Place 8. The comfort of being cherished. Now, let's talk about a place that resonates deeply with many older women. The comfort of being cherished. After years of giving to others, whether as a mother, a friend, or a professional, older women often desire a space where they are cherished and loved in return. It's not just about receiving compliments or gestures. It's about feeling truly valued for who they are, not just for what they've done. She wants to feel appreciated for her wisdom, experience, and accomplishments, but also for who she is in the present moment. And that's where you come in. When you offer genuine care and attention, not as a transactional thing, but as a heartfelt gesture, it creates a bond that transcends the superficial. This space is about making her feel special, seen, and loved for simply being her. When you offer that, the connection deepens in ways that words can't fully capture. Place 9. The depth of emotional bonding. Next up is a place that's near and dear to the heart of many older women. The depth of emotional bonding. At this stage in life, older women often crave connections that go beyond the physical. They want someone who sees them not just as a partner or lover, but as a true emotional counterpart. This isn't just about sharing memories or going on dates. It's about cultivating a deep emotional bond that transcends the surface level. She wants someone who is emotionally available, who can communicate on a deeper level, and who's willing to be vulnerable and open in return. When you offer that kind of emotional depth, it becomes far more powerful than anything physical. It creates a lasting attraction that only grows stronger over time. This is the type of bond that stands the test of time. It's not about fleeting moments or superficial attraction. It's about building something meaningful that lasts. Place 10. The fulfillment of her own desires. Finally, we arrive at a space that's incredibly powerful and often overlooked. The fulfillment of her own desires. Older women want to feel free to express their desires, whether physical, emotional, or intellectual, without fear of judgment. She wants to feel accepted for who she is now, not just for who she was. This space is about acceptance and understanding. When you make her feel seen, heard, and understood, you tap into one of the most powerful places of attraction. It's not about fulfilling her every need or desire. It's about creating an environment where she feels comfortable being her true self without reservation. When you show that kind of acceptance, it creates a bond that's not just about you fulfilling her needs, but about her feeling free to express herself in the relationship. This is where deep attraction starts to flourish and where the connection becomes truly magnetic. So there you have it, 4 more deeply meaningful places where older women seek connection. Whether it's the adventure of discovery, the comfort of being cherished, the depth of emotional bonding, or the fulfillment of her own desires. These are the spaces where true connection thrives. If you want to build a lasting bond with an older woman, it's all about creating a space where she feels valued, heard, and understood. These deep emotional layers are what make relationships truly meaningful. And when you tap into them, you'll build a connection that lasts. Thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below to let us know what other topics you'd like to hear more about. Until next time, keep connecting on a deeper level and take care.